Tam yena chara charam tadpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Anyanati mirandasya jnananjana sarakaya chakshurumiritam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Stavaram Jangamam Yaptam Yat Kinchit Sarchara Charam Tadpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Abhajira Piyat Sarvam Trilokyam Sarchara Charam Tadpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvashruti Shiroratna Virajita Padam Bujaha Vedantam Bujasoyoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Yomatito Niranjanaha Bindunara Karatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana Shakti Samarudha Tadvamara Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradatacha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Anika Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atmanyana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shoshanam Bhavasindosha Jnapanam Sarasampadaha Guru Parurakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Na Guru Radhikam Takvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaha Tadvajnana Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Radhiranadisha Guru Paramadevata Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Ananda Sri Vishwananda Gurudeva Gurudeva 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 Mane bate ke kahan kahan tu hai rasa dil mein yahan Mane bate ke kahan kahan tu hai rasa dil mein yahan tu kare Vishwananda Vishwananda, Gurudeva, Gurudeva. Hey Ananda, Shri 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 Vishwananda, Gurudeva, Gurudeva. Om Mahatmanishishaya Namaha, Om Vishamaya Namaha, Om Devakarya Samuyataya Namaha, Om Sushmatanave Namaha, Om Shivayaya Namaha, Om Gurumurtaye Namaha, Om Sundaraya Namaha, Om Surochanaya Namaha, Om Sumukhaya Namaha, Om Charuvasaya Namaha, Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Padmabhujaya Namaha, Om Mangalamanaye Namaha, Om Charumbaradharine Namaha, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Mandirastapakaya Namaha, Om Shivi Bhavachakaya Namaha, Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha, Om Arpana Svinkarakaya Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha, Om Namo Narayana Iti Mantra Pasakaya Namaha, Om Swaravayaya Namaha, Om Madhuragandhaya Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtana Rupaya Namaha, Om Stota Priyaya Namaha, Om Mitabhashine Namaha, Om Bhagmine Namaha, Om Chitraka Visharadaya Namaha, Om Vratadaraya Namaha, Om Sadave Namaha, Om Jagatpantaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha, Om Surdaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha, Om Premamurtaye Namaha, Om Suvekshanaya Namaha, Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Archintaya Namaha, Om Artaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahakshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingarchana Prasakaya Namaha, Om Siddhisaranaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Karupasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Sadvikaya Namaha, Om Samadashine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Nirahankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Chitakrodhaya Namaha, Om Vinashiraya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikapaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhura Svabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samanmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Somyaya Namaha, Om Guyaya Namaha, Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Jyotirharaya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Dharatikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharna Margadarshakaya Namaha, Om Kudashta Jagartakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samadhyaya Namaha, Om Shamaikata Bhavavardhakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Sri Vishwananda Swamine Namaha. Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Pradivya Sapta Dhamabhi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Treda Nidade Padam Samudamasya Bhagum Sure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopaladavyaha Ato Dharmani Dharane Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Vitani Paspase Indrasya Yujasagaha Tad Vishnu Paramam Padagum Sada Pashanti Sudeya Divina Chakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagrudagum Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tano Vishwananda Prachodayat. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi तनो विश्वनन्दा प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भीमवतराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तनो विश्वनन्दा प्रचोदयात्। सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। श्री कृष्ण विष्णु मधुसूदन केतवारे नारायण अच्युत त्रिविक्रम चक्रपाणि तेजादि सचदर श्रीधर वासुदेव गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातं। श्री रुक्मिणी शबवनाश हरे मुरारे राधेश गोपेश स्वरूप ब्रह्मादिवन्द्या श्री श्रिय विकुन्दपते भुवनैकमूर्ते गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातं। मीनाकृते कमतरूप वराहमूर्ते त्रिविक्रमाय भुवने भृगुनाम राम श्रीरामकृष्ण यदुनन्दन काकिरूप गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातं। गोविन्द माधव मुकुन्द परात्परेश दामोदराक्षदन नन्द कदारिशोरि गोप गोपीजन संवृत दीनबन्धो गोपीजन प्रिय हये तव सुप्रभातं। श्रीराप्तिशायि भुजगाधिपतार्पशायि सद्भक्तरित्सदनशायि रमङ्गशायि श्री गोपवाम विदुतार्पसुखादिशायि गोपाल वल्लभ हरे तव सुप्रभातं। श्रीकाश्यपत्रि सुखनारद गौतमादि ब्रह्मर्षि संज्ञमणि संज्ञव भारतेषु तिष्ठन्ति देव तव दर्शन भाग्यहेतुः गोपाल शेखर हरये तव सुप्रभातं। मन्दार जाति तुलसीदल मालिकाजले मायानि अंशरिपुते समुदाहरन्ति तिष्ठन्ति द्वाभवतदारतरे मुनिग्रह राधा मनोहर हये तव सुप्रभातं। ईश्वर परमा कृष्ण सचिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंद सर्वगण कारण गोविंदमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि गोविंदमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि चिंतामणि प्रकट सत्म सुखपवेश लक्षावृतेश सुरवीरभिपारयन्त लक्ष्मी सहस्रशत सम्भ्रम सेव्यमान गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि त्रिनम्बनन्तमरविन्ददलाय तक्षं परावतं समसितं बुधसुन्दरङ्गं गन्धर्वकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभा गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसर्वनवयवांसि रत्नगदां प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासं जामन्तिमङ्गललितान्वियता प्रकाशं गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि अङ्गार्यस्य सकलेन्द्रियविधिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पन्ति परयं च चिरं जगन्ति अनन्तजीवय सदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् अजं पुराणपुरुषं मलयोधनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभरत्नभक्तो गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि पङ्कस्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रदाम्यो वायोरचापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवर्ण सोऽभ्यस्ति यत्र पदसिंहविचिन्ततात्मे गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमं भजामि एकोऽप्यसोर Om
Ori hina tano shanike sumiran pavana kumara manaburi viryare umohi arahu kare shavika siyavara ramachandra paraje sharanam siyavara ramachandra paraje sharanam Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar Jaya Kapishati Nuloka Ujaga Ramaduta Turita Baladama Anjani Putra Pavana Sukhanama Mahavira Vikrama Bacharangi Umatini Vara Sumati Ke Sangi Kanchana Varana Viraja Subesha Karana Kundara Kunchita Kesha Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Atavacha Udvachara Viraje Kanche Mocha Janeo Sache Shankara Suvana Keshari Nandana Teja Patapa Baha Jagavanda Vidyavana Guniyati Chatur Ramakacha Karibeko Atu Babu Charika Suni Beko Rasya Ramaratana Sita Banabasya Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Sukshma Ruparahi Siyari Kitava Vikata Ruparahi Ranka Charava Bhima Ruparahi Asura Samhare Ramachandra Ke Kacha Samvare Daya Sajivana Lakana Jiyave Shri Raghuvira Shiuranai Raghupati Kini Bhakta Banai Tuma Mama Priya Bharatai Samabhai Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Sasa Badana Tumaro Jasagave Asakai Shipati Kantaragave Sanakarika Brahmani Munisa Narana Sarana Saita Isa Yama Kopera Nika Para Chante Kaviko Bika Kai Sanke Kante Tuma Upakara Sukhi Valikina Rama Miraya Raja Baladina Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Tumaro Manta Vibhishana Mana Lankeshwara Pai Sabachaka Jana Yuga Sahasya Yojana Paravanu Dhirodhari Madhura Varajanu Pavo Morika Miri Mukamai Jaladirangi Gai Achara Chanai Durga Makacha Chakata Gete Sugamanuga Tumare Tete Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Damadurare Tumara Kavara Otana Gyana Vinu Pesare Sabasukalahe Tumae Sharana Tumara Shakaka Hoko Dharana Apana Techa Samaro Ape Vino Roka Hankate Kape Uta Pisachani Katana Yave Mahavira Chapanama Sunave Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Nase Yoga Resa Papira Chapatani Ranjana Hanumata Vira Sankatate Hanumana Junave Manakrama Vachana Dhyana Tora Saba Pararama Tapasi Raja Tinake Kacha Sagaka Tumasacha Ora Manora Tachoto Yave Soyamita Jivana Parapave Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Charu Yuga Paratama Tumare Te Parasida Jagata Uchiyare Sadhu Santa Ke Tumara Kavare Asurani Kantana Rama Durare Ashta Siri Ravani Kere Data Asavararina Jana Ke Mata Rasaya Nata Tumare Pasa Tarara Kora Kupate Ke Dasa Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Hanuman Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jaya Mahadeva, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Hanuman. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Hanuman. Avatana Kana Sankatarana, Mangala Murati Rupa, Ramadakana Sita Saida, Hridaya Vatsara Sura Bhupa, Siravara Ramachandra Padache, Sharana. Siyavara Ramachandra Padache, Sharana. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Hanuman. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Hanuman. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Siyavara Ramachandra ki jai, Umavana Shambhunath ki jai, Pavana Putta Hanuman ki jai, Bolo Vaisava Santa ki jai.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev, everybody. So today we will drink the nectar of wisdom from Canto 1, Chapter 9, and verse 37 and 38, two verses together. In Sanskrit, it's a bit unusual meter. Let's try. Svanigamamapahaya mat pratignam ratamadhikartum avapluto ratastaha dhritarata charano bhyayas chaladgur harir iva hantum ibham gato tariyaha. Translation goes as follows, and the words are spoken by Bhishma towards Krishna, so he's speaking about Krishna himself. Fulfilling my vow and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as the lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way. In verse 38, may he, Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Lord, who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination. On the battlefield, he charged me as if angry because of the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was scattered and his body was smeared with blood due to the wounds. I find these verses very beautiful. You might ask, how come that the Krishna covered with blood and sweat be beautiful, like these verses be beautiful? But as Guruji said yesterday in the satsang, that Bhagavatam is about relationship between Bhakta and the Lord himself, right? So, and each one has different ones. Bhishma had this kind of relationship. He was a warrior, and he was doing his duty. So don't look at him like an enemy who was against Pandavas, right? But he was actually a great, great Bhakta of the Lord. Great, great Bhakta. And very wise person, very learned person. And this was his relationship. He was doing his duty. And as Krishna says in the Gita, by doing our duty, we can serve the Lord, right? So that was his duty to fight, actually. So that was very beautiful for him to see. And we all know who Bhishma is, right? Bhishma is the grandfather of both Pandavas and Kauravas, the greatest warrior. He could single-handedly kill everyone in there on the battlefield, right? Everybody respected him. And besides him being just great warrior, he was exceptionally wise as well. We know he gave Vishnu Sahasranama that we chant every Saturday, right? And actually, in the whole chapter actually dedicated to him. Chapter 9, Canto 1 is dedicated to him, and divided in kind of like two parts, I would say. First part, Krishna is sending Pandavas to learn from Bhishma. So this is the point at the war when Bhishma is already laid down at the bed of arrows. We all know he has a vow that he can die whenever he wants. So he is waiting for the right moment to die. And so Krishna sends Pandavas to learn from him. He's teaching them, actually, he first feels kind of sorry for them. He says, "My dears, you had so many troubles, so many tests on your way, but only because Krishna was with you, you passed it through safely." And so he reveals to them, because if I'm not mistaken, either he was the only one who knew that Krishna was God, or he was one of those few who knew that Krishna was God. So he says that Krishna is none other. He is not just a human being, you're your friend, your relative, whoever. He is actually God himself, right, besides you. And then he's teaching them, Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't say, but he teaches Yudhishthira a lot of things about caste system, how to take care of the kingdom, how to be a king, about the warfare, and so on and so forth. But then verses 34 to 41, he makes a prayer, a very, very beautiful prayer, which I don't know how many times I read it, actually. I just find it incredibly, incredibly beautiful, the prayer that he makes. Every time he makes a prayer, then he always says, "Let this Krishna be always in my mind, be forever in my mind." So he remembers everything on the battlefield. He remembers Krishna being covered with the ashes from the war. Yes, something is burning there on the battlefield, chariots or people, I don't know what's burning in there. And his clothes, his hair is covered with ashes. He's covered with the blood from the wounds, from the arrows that Bhishma made. And he says, "Let this Krishna be in my mind forever." He remembers the moment that Krishna gave the Gita to Arjuna. He says, "Let this Krishna be forever in my mind." And so he makes this prayer, the verses that I read to you right now, verses 37, 38. Couple of points I would like to make. Actually, I forgot to say that the moment these verses are actually depicted here on the picture 56, if the camera operator can show, picture 56 right above me, the moment when Krishna picked up his wheel and charged Bhishma, and Bhishma is standing there with the folded hands. Right. So that would actually really mesmerizes me, is that when Krishna charges to kill him, he accepts it. That's the main point I would like to make in a couple of minutes, but first, let's talk about the first point. Bhishma is saying, fulfilling my vow, and sacrifices his own. So back then, these people were very honorable, and they were making vows left and right. Yeah, I make this vow, I make this vow, and for them to break the vow was worse than death. Okay. So we all know Bhishma took two vows. So actually why he calls Bhishma is translated as terrible, and he made what is called a terrible vow, the vow of brahmacharya. All right. For the sake of his father, he made a vow that he will be celibate, and the second vow he made that he will always protect the throne of Hastinapur. Right. That was his vow. But he made a third vow, not very famous one. Actually, had to search for it, which he mentions in this verse. At the 9th day of the war, Duryodhana notices that Bhishma kind of holds back. He doesn't really fight Pandavas. He kind of avoids to fight with Pandavas. Right? He knows if he fights, then they're finished. Right? So Duryodhana notices, and he kind of scolds Bhishma. And for a warrior to be scolded that he is not a great warrior, that's also not very good. Right? So he says, "Okay, I will kill them tomorrow," and he makes a vow that I will make Krishna pick up his weapon and fight. And what the vow, the Bhishma mentions that Krishna also made the vow before the war happened. Krishna made the vow that he will not pick up a weapon and he will not participate in the fight itself. So he will be a charioteer. And this is a very significant moment, actually, in the Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam as well, Mahabharata as well, which I would like you to think a lot. Because at that time, to be a charioteer, it was something very low. It was something that people of low caste, low social status would do. We know the story from Karna, for example, right? That he, even though he wasn't charioteer himself, even though he was a great warrior, one of the greatest ones, he had a father who was a charioteer, and he was very much scolded and not accepted by others just because he was a son of charioteer. Such a low thing it was to be a charioteer. And look what Krishna does. He sacrifices his own status of a king to become charioteer of his own devotee. So this shows us what guru, what God can do for the sake of his devotee. And we can see by Guruji it as well. Like, does Guruji need to do what he does? Does Guruji need to come and give satsang, answer our questions? Does Guruji need to give commentary to something? Does Guruji need to incarnate here? You know, when you reach state of self-realization, Krishna says you just enjoy your own self. You are not, in chapter 3, verse 18, you are not dependent on anybody else. Your happiness does not depend on anybody else. Krishna says in the same chapter, chapter 3, verse 22, there is nothing for me to gain, nothing for me to do in this whole universe, but I still do it. Right? In the Purusha Suktam, we find out that the whole world was created by sacrifice. The sacrifice being the whole ground of existence, the only true action to be performed is a sacrifice, Krishna says, chapter 3, verse 9. So that's what he does. He's serving all the time, giving example. And so, for us, we don't see those who are not very close to Guruji, like me. I'm not physically close to Guruji anymore since a couple of years. I don't see this. I don't see how much he sacrifices. And I had to find out. I found out. I asked some guys who are actually close with him how much he sacrifices just to give darshan, for example. But there is a story once, for example, 2017. I think nobody even noticed. I didn't notice. I was here 2017 at the darshan. That Guruji had a big pain in his hip. I don't know what happened. He just maybe turned somehow, but he had such a terrible pain that he could hardly even get inside his golf car. Okay, he could hardly even walk. Such was a terrible pain. What he did, he came and gave darshan. And just the darshan itself, and nobody even noticed. I don't remember that. I don't remember him walking like this, right? He just came and did what he has to do for the sake of us, not for himself. Look at the darshan itself. He comes, sits for hours and hours looking at us, listening to our problems. Like I often think about myself, if I would sit like this for maybe 1-2 hours, you will never see me doing it again, believe me. Sitting there for 2 hours, be tired, always back pain. He always has a back pain. Still, he comes and do it. But always often sick, still comes and do it. And I remember also, there's nothing that he Like I look at my example, when I met him when I was 16, 17, he gave so much attention and so much work was done for my transformation, for my change. What was there for me to offer to him? Like 17-year-old guy, 16-year-old boy who doesn't have any knowledge, who doesn't have any money, nothing. He just comes, he says, pray. He says, he could say, go get a job and give me money, pay dakshana. He could say that. He didn't say that. He said, pray. Pray to Krishna every day. And it's really remarkable to think about and to contemplate and to get it really deep into our mind that he doesn't need to do these things. He doesn't need to travel. He doesn't need to go to pilgrimages. He doesn't need to go to countries. He doesn't do it for himself. He doesn't. And that's why, Guruji told me once, I remember in Mauritius 2008, I asked him, why don't I love you as much as you love me? Right? His answer was, I think I said it once before, he said, because my love is beyond everything. Right? It's beyond everything. He doesn't need anything. He doesn't need anything from us. So I find it really remarkable. And the second point from this verse, Bhishma says, just as the lion goes to kill an elephant, he charged me. All right. And in verse 38, he says, on the battlefield, he charged me as if angry. As if angry. Very interesting thing to say. If you had the grace that Guruji humiliates you, and I think about the words I put, I do think this is grace, true grace. You might notice he's sometimes angry, looks angry at least, right? Or he plays an emotion that he's angry, right? He might shout, he might scold, and the face might look angry, right? Many times he was outside looking angry with me. Yeah, I witnessed that. Many of us witnessed that. Does he really get angry? I don't think so. But we don't have the right to say, if Guruji, imagine you do something wrong, or even sometimes actually he does it even without any outside, like obvious reason, he might scold or humiliate, it's not our right to say, Guruji, I figured you out. You are not angry. Imagine in that situation, you say it. No, don't do that. No, it's not our right to say, because he depicts emotions needed for us in this specific moment for us to learn something, right? For us to gain something. And we also might think that sometimes the same situation happens. Sometimes people do the same thing, and to one person he is very sweet, and to another person he destroys completely. And we might think that he's partial, right? If I'm not mistaken, the right English term, partial, right? That he favors someone and not favoring someone else. But Krishna says in the Gita, chapter 9, verse 29, Samoham sarvabhuteshu namedvishosti na priyaha. There is nobody hated by me, nobody who I'm especially favor, right? I'm equal to everyone, he says. And so actually in this moment when Krishna charged Bhishma, there was a lila happening which was for the purpose of the both devotees, both great devotees of Krishna. And in first case, it might think that Krishna is angry at one devotee and favors another one, but it's not like that. So what happened is actually that, if I remember correctly, that when Duryodhana saw, when he scolded Bhishma for not fighting, Krishna, of course, knew the vow, like the desire that Bhishma made, right? That I will kill them tomorrow, right? And he, of course, he couldn't let it happen. So he told Arjuna, sneak in. He told him how, sneak in the camp and steal Bhishma's arrows. Okay, so he did it. Very cheeky. He stole his arrows. Bhishma knew what had happened. And next day, still, he made a chaos, killing everyone. So he actually, at this Leela, he fulfilled the wish of Bhishma, because it wasn't just his vow, it was his wish to see Krishna like this at the battlefield. But also, Krishna noticed that Arjuna avoids the battle with Bhishma. Right? Even despite Krishna narrating to him the whole Gita, the whole knowledge, still Arjuna is kind of holds back to do his duty. So in this whole Leela, Krishna at the same time did good for one devotee and another devotee. It might seem that he favors one and unfavors another one. It's not true. He will do whatever he needs to do for the sake of his devotee. And I remember like many situations before in a puja kitchen, for example, Guruji comes, we are there like 10, 15 pujaris. He just looks at one person, he says another thing to another person, he triggers something. And it might destroy the whole day, or it might make the whole day. Just one single word he says for one devotee. Or even not even a word, just one look. He looks, and it makes the whole day. And another 5 devotees, he doesn't look, and it makes the whole day for them. Oh, he didn't look at me. You know. So another point, actually the main point from these verses, Bhishma said, he charged at me to kill. All right. So thus, if we, of course you can say Bhishma is the warrior, of course he folds his hands, of course for him it's okay, it's an honor to be killed in a battle, right? But we are all spiritual warriors. We are not spiritual dancers, cosmic dancers. We are spiritual warriors. It's all the battlefield where we fight with our ego. And so the question we should ask is Guruji a killer? Is he a killer? And what does he kill if he kills? I think he's the greatest of all killers. He's the serial killer, in fact. He's such a great killer that he doesn't leave any evidence. He doesn't leave a crime scene. All right. Police will never catch him. No, it's impossible. What he kills is our ego. He kills this house of cards, this sandy castle that we create, the fantasy of who we are, this feeling of I and mine. Right? This is our ego. We create these things as mine, this clothes is mine, this individuality is mine, this computer is mine, and this creates these feelings of I. This is me. Is it real? No, it's not. Right? The very first knowledge that Krishna gives Krishna gives to Arjuna in the Gita is the knowledge of the self. You are not this body. All these warriors gathered here are not this body. Right? We are the eternal self. Even though the body dies, the self doesn't die. So that's what he kills. He kills the ego. And he does it by many, in many ways, right? But most of the time, it's of course some humiliation processes. When Guruji says, "I came to not to give tests," he said, but what's the word? To challenge. Exactly. Yeah, thank you. To challenge you. Right. And you remember maybe one of the satsangs recently. He said, "If everything goes smooth in your path, then something goes wrong." Right. And so that's why I really like this prayer that Bhishma makes, that he folds his hand when Krishna exactly charges to kill him, to kill his ego in a way for us, that he just humbly folds his hand and says, "I accept." What is our reaction? We always want Guruji to be smiley and nice. Yeah, we always want Guruji to pay attention to us. Please walk through, ask how I am, how was my day, all these things. And if he is not that way, we think that something is wrong. And this is completely not true. Completely not true. The relationship between Guru and disciple, we should not bring the worldly understanding of worldly relationship, like project this worldly relationship between us and the Guru. It's completely different. on a spiritual path. And so we should not think that when he is smiley, when he is nice, that everything goes right. This is a big mistake to make. This is a big mistake to make. And Krishna says in the Gita, for example, you can say chapter 9, verse 22, Krishna says that those who adore me alone with undivided concentration, those who love me, I take charge of their prosperity and welfare. Right. But the question we should ask is, what is true welfare? What is true prosperity? And I think Bhishma knows. Right. So the question we also need to ask is, what does Bhishma know that we don't know, that makes him fold hands when the guru tries to kill you, tries to kill your ego? He knows the true purpose of life, he knows what true love is, and he knows what true welfare is. So Krishna says, for example, in Srimad Bhagavatam itself, Canto 10, chapter 88, somewhere at the beginning, he says to Yudhishthira, whoever I specially favor, I derive from them their wealth. I take away their wealth from them. So taking away their distraction, so to say. And you might think for us that he's doing bad for us, that is not our welfare, right? This is not true, right? He does everything so that we focus on him and finally reach him. And that's why Bhishma says, let this Krishna be my final destination. I really, really admire this prayer of Bhishma. He says, let this Krishna be always forever in my mind. And this knowledge of his, when he says, when he just, with folded hands, he just accepts that Guru humiliates and Guru tries to kill the ego. Jai Gurudev.
Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Radha Krishna Seva Pavo He Avilashi Je Tumhara Sharanalo Taravancha Mora he avilashi Krishna preyasi Radha Krishna seva pavo Abhilashi je tumhara sharana lo tara vancha purna ho kripa kori koro tare Vrindavanavashi koro tare Vrindavanavashi Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna preyasi Radha Krishna seva pavo Abhilashi je tumhara sharana lo tara vancha purna ho kripa kori koro tare Vrindavanavashi koro tare Vrindavanavashi he nivedana daro Shakiranu koro seva adhikara diye poro nijaga si Dina Krishna dase koi e jano mora ho Dina Krishna dase koi e jano mora ho Shri Radha Govinda preme sada janova si केशव माधव यदुनन्दना
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 यदुनन्दना नारायण
यदुनन्दना नारायण
यदुनन्दना नारायण
यदुनन्दना नारायण
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायणाय
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायणाय
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायणाय
कृष्ण कृष्ण गोविन्द नारायणाय
केशव माधव यदुनन्दना
केशव माधव यदुनन्दना
केशव माधव यदुनन्दना
Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anatanata Dina Bandora Te Govinda 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 Radhe 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 Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anatanata Dina Bandora Te Govinda 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 Pandarinata Pandurenga Radhe Govinda Pandarinata Pandurenga Radhe Govinda Pandarinata Pandurenga Radhe Govinda Pandarinata Pandurenga Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anatanata Dina Bandora Te Govinda 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 Tera 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 Te Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anatanata Dina Bandora Te Govinda 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 Vino Vidora Ida Kupa Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Prabhati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Prabhati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Saligrama Pratisthitaya Mangala Mangala Me Saligrama Pratisthitaya Mangala Mangala Me Rinanda Darini Gorakrajaya Mangala Mangala Me Rinanda Darini Gorakrajaya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kaitayarataya Mangala Mangala Me Rangesha Kaitayarataya Mangala Mangala Me Mananadaya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me Mananadaya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhajano ke sankata dasajano ke sankata janame dur kare Om Jai Jagadish Hare Jo dhyaave pala paave dukha vinase manaka Swami dukha vinase manaka Sukha sampati gara aave Sukha sampati gara aave Kashtami de dhanaka Om Jai Jagadish Hare Mata Pita tum mere Sharana gaun mein kisaki Swami Sharana gaun mein kisaki Tuma bina aur na duja Tuma bina aur na duja Aasa karu mein jisaki Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Para Brahma Parameshwara Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma sabke Swami Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Karuna ke Sagar Tuma Parana Karata Swami Tuma Parana Karata Me Sevaka Tuma Swami Me Sevaka Tuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jai Jagadish Hare Tuma Eka Gochar Sabke Pranapati Swami Sabke Pranapati Kisa Vidhi Milon Dayamaya Kisa Vidhi Milon Kripamaya Tuma को में कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम्हारा रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम्हारा रक्षक मेरे करुणा हाथ बढ़ाओ करुणा हाथ बढ़ाओ शरण पदा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पापारो देवा स्वामी पापारो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण प्यारा के मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे बात जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे मन चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी मन चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी ओ चाकर राघो चाकर राघो चाकर राघो जी चाकर राघो चाकर राघो चाकर राघो जी माने चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी श्याम मने चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राघो जी गोविंद मने चाकर राघो जी गिरधारी लाला 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 चाकर राघो जी त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणा त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वा मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वा मम देव देव गोविन्द असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय विजुर्मा अमृतां गमय ॐ शान्ति 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 लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की श्री भुजबृंदेश्वरनाथ नरसिंह भगवान की श्री राधे कृष्ण कन्हैया की अवतार प्रिय बाबा जी की श्री रमणाचार्य की प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की ओम क्रीं कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजनवल्लभाय करवे परम पुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्र यंत्र तंत्र औषधस्त्र शस्त्राणि समर समर ऋचोर्मोचाय मोचाय ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय धृतिज्वला प्रीतय सर्वैक्षपराहुपा परस्मै परब्रह्मणे परम ज्योतिषे स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम जय जय श्री राम